Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. It's Sunday, October 8th, and it's been a wonderful Virtua Fighter weekend. Akai did European Akai's Open League, and it looked like it was a great success for the first time running that. Even though, there were maybe some hiccups that were related to the PSN service, looks like they had an awesome time. And so I'm really happy about it. The players themselves had a good response. Um, I didn't see it yet. I'm gonna watch the archive of that soon. Yesterday I was in Seattle and we had an awesome regional Virtua Fighter tournament. It was at an event that was about retro gaming. I'll probably talk more about it on the podcast. And right now we're going to be doing Akai's VF Open League for North America edition. I am gonna I'm gonna join the Discord right now so that we can have that discussion. So it's good seeing everybody, and I hope you all have been doing really well. Let's see here. Oh, they're not in the voice channels yet, but they probably will be soon. Let's see how that goes. Man, look at this. VF is very active. I think all this activity in Europe and in Pacific Northwest and in New York, I think it's doing something. And then I think around the world there's good VF. So this is a good time to be playing VF. There's lots of activity both on PS4, though in recent weeks there has been some issues on the PSN service. But I think that maybe that's getting better. But look, we're getting good activity again across the world. This looks like people from all over, but also on PC as well. So players are playing on the emulator. If a PS4 is not available to you, or a PS5 is not available to you, or you're just not really wanting to be in that ecosystem, and I get it, you can play Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown on the Xbox platforms because backwards compatibility. But you can also play it on PC. If you only want to play single player arcade just because you want to practice or get used to the game, then you can do that on any of the Yakuza games, like on a lot of them. But if you want to play the arcade game, you can also. But if you want to really play like online or play the full game, the Final Showdown, the PS3 version has been emulated on PC. It runs really well on a lot of decent machines. And on top of that, the emulator RPCXX3 has it also emulates the online environment, and so there are players that are playing online that way. I prefer to play on the official game that's released PS4 and on PS5. But I don't blame anybody that their circumstances, it would be better for them to play on PC. Then by all means, because I just want more people playing Virtua Fighter. And there is an active scene. There's a Virtua Fighter Discord where pretty much almost every day the group's chatting and they're playing, and they're really happy to help new people. I'm also happy to help new people. So we've got a good community, and this weekend I saw a lot of it. I saw a lot of new people get interested in VF at the event we were at, and so we ended up teaching quite a few people VF. It's been wonderful. Okay, Akai's online, so I'm going to join that. Satsuna's busy this weekend on a business trip. Hey Akai, how you doing?
Hey Chang, I'm doing fine. I just rushing to get here by 1 o'clock, and yeah.
Thank you for all your work. Yeah, I think this is quite a good VF weekend. This is a good early start in October. Know.
We got lots to talk to about.
Yes. And oh boy, look at this room. You got Genesis Frenzy, Bruce the Beast. Like everybody in here is like a threat to take #1. It's really good. But we so like having everyone in here.
I'm just going to first mention that I got a question by Zaytigi. Am I still hosting single A portion now? Right now, for the Sunday sessions, I will not be hosting the single A before the Open League session. Just based on my schedule nowadays, is that I can't really do a long session without taking breaks in between. So is there still plans for single A?
We are still interested in doing some kind of a single A thing, but we do need communication.
Communicate between those who are actually interested. Like we find an actual time that works for everyone.
Yeah, so we want to do it.
Maybe. So let me go host around with those people who have participated in single A and get some feedback and work something out. Just like we did something for the Europe players. We will always try to do things that works for as many people as possible. Within that still is convenient for us who is hosting and organizing the events. All right. Okay. So with that, let me just get some things posted around, and then. All right. Okay. Hey, welcome, Silverbolt. Congratulations on getting second place, Chanchai. The night of the 09ers, or we could call it the morning of the VFers.
Yeah, it was a really wonderful event. We'll talk more about it later. And I had a good time. Would I like a better performance? Yes, but at the same time, Nova completely deserved that win. And I gotta get better. But I had so much fun, and lots to talk about regarding that event.
Speaking like a competitor. There's a second, I need to go figure out why the Discord is not working. Let me go do some adjustments here, and then
this is so much fun fighting with Genesis Frenzy here. Alright, let's go back to our normal anti-AoE plan. PCB doesn't work too well with that. Good.
Hey, welcome to Guilty Blaze 69. Yeah, I believe he was one who actually subscribed. So thank you very much for being my very first subscriber to my channel. So thank you very much, and hopefully what I do is something that will continue to show that keep continuing doing what I do, organizing events and stuff, and creating content in the future. But I have some idea what to give to people who subscribe as an extra benefit. Yeah, I'll have to message him later on. Anybody know who Guilty Blaze is?
I do not.
Okay,
but I do want to
participate also. So thank you very much. I always want more people to come and play.
I do want to say though that I think your work has proven itself with the community on many levels, but especially with the league. And I think we'll talk about later, but it sounds like the European League was a really good start, even if there were hiccups. And I haven't watched it yet. It looks like the player response was really good. And I have a feeling that quite a few people in EU are actually playing a little more this weekend as a result of that.
There's only at the very before the first league began, which a few people when their matches came up disconnected, so their matches didn't complete. But during the actual league afterwards, no issues. So the worry that since I'm hosting from North America for them was that I would cause more issues, but it did not, so that's good. Now let me just figure out how come your voice is not showing up on my channel.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Oh, there it is. Let me go fix that.
Man, it's fun working on these working on this basic skill set with blurring right now. I'm trying to be more patient, learn my lessons, not to either. If I'm gonna be risky, then I need to also punish on guard too. But I should be less risky. That's like both lessons. It's like a two-way lesson. But
so your voice is showing up on my audio mixer, so that's good. Cessna will not be here. He's in Texas right now, and so I hope he's having fun while working.
I hope so too. I'm pretty sure he will. I'm pretty sure he's got some good food and
that picture he took of his cell phone, that's a very nice show of a variety of things happening.
I didn't see the picture, but I know Texas, and Texas has got lots of food. Like, Texans love to eat. I think like everyone loves to eat, but man, Texas really they love to eat. So.
Alright, I am just going step away from the keyboard just to open the window since it's a little warm. So I'll be right back in a second.
Alright, I do need to pop on to see if I can see Akai's stream chat. And chat, if you can hear me, let me know. But this has been a wonderful VF weekend. I have a lot of things I gotta work on. I think stuff that I'd been strong at times, but right now I'm not. So, I gotta work on it. That's VF. Oh, I forgot to confirm. Yeah. Yeah, Texas starting to cool down. You guys have had the heat wave. You guys have had, in the last 4 years, you guys have also had snow-ins. So, Texas has it all. But they also have lots and lots of good food. Amazing tacos. I hear they have the best tacos, at least American style. But also I hear I hear Texas is great. I've been to Austin. I haven't been to much of Texas. I do want to go to San Antonio. I want to go to Houston. Panda's going to go to Houston next week. I hope you guys can get a good event going. I think he'll be motivated after this tournament yesterday too. Panda definitely felt the adrenaline in the matches with me, and I think he felt the adrenaline in his matches with Nova. And so it's an exciting thing. It makes you nervous, but I think he handled it really well. When I rewatched those matches, actually, he handled a lot of stuff well. Just so I hope it jolts his motivation a bit, because he'd been playing, but he is playing two really good games. Like a lot of us have become good fans of Under Night in Birth as a fighting game. We don't normally play anime fighters much. I don't, but that one appeals to me because that one is a lot more grounded, and that one really that one has a pretty generous input buffer when it comes to basic stuff. But then, even though it's opposite of VF in that game, you lock down people with strings. But actually what it is you want to get greedy and start playing with the way that they're respecting the strings. And then there's a whole lot of layers that happen after that. It's the reverse approach of VF. But it ends up being a very mind game heavy game as a result of the way they designed that game. So, Panda, KRS Gen or Christian, are the two players that really got me to look at that game. Nova really likes that game. So I think there's a lot of us VF players that are kind of liking Under Night in Birth, even if we're not anime game fans, all of us, So thank you so much, Eric. So good afternoon, Go ahead.
Also, I actually enjoy playing all different types of fighting games. Just Virtua Fighter just got me dedicated to just try promote and create content for it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the SNK games. And then before I was a Virtua Fighter enthusiast, I was first Soul Calibur. No, it was Tekken first and then Soul Calibur.
That's a good transition.
And then after Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, but that event yesterday, one of the people who got most interested in Virtua Fighter and humored me, and we had deep conversation about it, and he even thanked me in the Discord for everything, but I thanked him for all his time he gave to our Virtua Fighter. So he was a Marvel player, but it's mostly because he's getting kind of tired of games that are going to wear out his arm. And you might think VF could do that too, but actually he feels like Virtua Fighter has a much easier inputs in general compared to a game like Marvel. A lot, and at the same time he likes how pure the game is. So it's like a contrast for him. He was like, this is probably the opposite of Marvel, but I really like it. And when I explained to him specifically how the evade system works, or where you want to kind of evade, and then where you want to use it as you move up the skill ladder, then he really liked it. But the best thing of all though, there's a player who, not the strongest, but is very competent in Virtua Fighter, and is a guy who has brought setups and is always friendly and willing to play anybody in Virtua Fighter, whether they're really strong or whether they're new. And this guy, Old Crunchy, would played with a lot of people, and that was a big way of getting a lot of people into Virtua Fighter, So it was awesome. Yeah, so
Okay, so right now we got 8 people. We have one more match to go before we begin the first league. So yeah, it was a success yesterday for the Europe League that now I'm going to host weekly on Saturday and see how that continues. We got a total of 13 people, and so the average was about 9 was the first league we played, and then 10 players in the second and third league of the day. But it pretty much follows the same format that I do for North America, and depending on how things go, adjust as needed. But the feedback was good, and so we'll continue doing it, and hopefully there's be more people who want to organize host events, and that will keep the scene active. We do want to know, we know that everyone has their life outside VF, and there'll be times in which we will be busy, and hopefully there'll be people to step in. Just like at the very first year, Cheap Flash did a really wonderful series of leagues on Friday. And now he's not available to do that, so someone pick up some slack here and there. In Europe, Havoc did a lot of league stuff on Thursday for Europe, and now he'll be moving to Taiwan soon, and so I'll probably pick up the slack there for the Europe and stuff. But let's see. Yep, so last match before we begin the first league of the day. So anyone who want to join last minute, its passcode is 11008 today's date. I was about to say all day.
So I noticed that Guilty Blaze has the tag VF Returnee, and it's always good to have returning faces in Virtua Fighter. We get them pretty often because people deal with life as well, like you mentioned. And I'm having fun seeing like how Guilty Blaze plays, and they've got good flow. When they get comfortable with throwing,
he started playing with Guilty Gear, and then from Guilty Gear he transitioned to King of Fire, which
awesome.
His game that he gets serious.
Very cool. So really happy to have you here, Guilty Blaze. You're doing great. Just it's gonna be scary, but I'm gonna recommend try throwing more, and it's gonna be very scary. But I'm gonna encourage your bravery. Encourage your bravery to throw more, and I think you're gonna see interesting results when you do that. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everyone.
All right, we are here. I'm gonna set my charger. We got B Ninja. Awesome, Ninja. Wonderful to have you here. Welcome to the Akai Leagues. Welcome back. I know you've been here before. Good to have you here. I know I'm not your favorite matchup, but I love fighting you, and I thank you very much for everything you do in the community. So cheers. Let's do this. Nice. Good. Good. Thank you so much, Nelly. Always happy to have you here, man. Oh, good. I was afraid I was breaking the fence. Don't break the fence when you don't need to. Not that, but Vanessa does have Vanessa has wall stuffs. I just don't see it enough with a lot of the Vanessas, but I do see it with Nelly. And so if that's the case, then I'd rather have the walls up, because Leon can do walls, you know? Alright, B Ninja beat me up pretty good there. Let's do this. This is a fight. So I'm trying not to be so... I'm trying to manage my pitbull, right? It's okay to be aggressive, but you gotta mix it up, and you gotta change tempo if you want to do it. This game, you just can't be monotone, right? And that's about me. I'm monotone, right? how am I monotone? I always like to attack the opponent when from long range. Like I like to take opportunities like this and go in. Sometimes I just need to hold it back, and sometimes I need to cut the to just kind of try to just bait them instead, right? Just and that's obvious, but I have to remind myself, change the tempo on that on every aspect of your game. Make everything a mix-up. But if you're always trying to attack from the long range, you're too predictable, and it's such a good point of attack. It's also the highest risk because a lot of the attacks are punishable one way or another. They're either punishable on evade, or they're punishable on block, or they just, when they whiff really hard. So I got away for a long time with just kind of tagging people, especially like long range low sweep, and that's online and offline. But now what's awesome is now people are just blocking it because it's their reactions online as well as offline is starting to just are able to see it now, right? I think a lot of players' reaction level is elevating, not just mine, right? So you just got to keep mixing it up, but generally you should also just make sure you learn how to play safe and save those for when the gamble is really primed for it, you know? You gotta also mix up your gambling, meaning you can't just always gamble, right? If you always gamble, they'll just use that against you. They'll use the law of averages to score big and then play safe. And I totally got wiped in the tournament because of that, right? I was playing unsafe, and but I also never punished the punishable things about Nova's game, and I got to work on that. Good. See, now I gotta do what Nova did, which is like just like let pounces whiff and launch them. But Leon doesn't really launch, but I'll figure out what his answers are. He's definitely got something. He can probably 4-4K, you know, right? Or he can even P plus K, but I just got to get better at that. All right, here we go. All right, Silverbolt. Good. Good. Alright. Let's see if I can do the opening the taco special. Leon has a taco special. You want to see it? Here it is. But he messed it up because his side turn is good. That's what you got to understand is that evasion, even though he still got hit, it changed the dynamics of that. Crunchy, we're having a good fight. I'm sorry, Silverbolt. I'm so sorry to hear that, Joshua Pac-Man. Okay, I actually tried to react block that low. It's a little harder online because you have to react way earlier, but that was good stuff. Really, really good stuff, Silverbolt. So, in both tournament play and in casuals, the thing I'm happy about in terms of fighting Nova yesterday is actually I fought neutral against Nova really well. Like, in the boxing match, I did really well. But I gave him too many opportunities by getting very greedy, and consistently greedy every time it went long range. Anytime it was long range, I would go for like a long range like sweep or even like the mid, but actually, and I also got obsessed with trying to counter certain stuff because I knew I could, but if it's not working on the day, you kind of got to change your plans, and it wasn't working on the day. It wasn't working in the tournament. It did work like maybe on the third set that we fought, but in the tournament it didn't work. So I needed to kind of cool it. I had counters for his Okizeme. That said, in the very last round, no, the last game of our match, he really surprised me. There was a flamingo setup that I'd never seen before, and it just got me like really like trying to piece it together in my head. Like, what the hell did he just do? And it was really cool. He saw my reaction too. You know, he kind of knew that like I'd never seen it before, so it was cool. It was cool. All right, here we go. Sonic win. Genesis Frenzy. Yeah, Genesis Frenzy kind of knows how to fight this now. Well, they already know, but very good, very good. All right, here we go. I couldn't get the backdash evade to work there. Really good. Really good. I'm so dead. Alright, let's see if I can come back. Oh, that's a ring out. That's a ring out. Good game. Good game. That's too risky. So, again, risk management. This is a consistent weakness of mine, is that I will still be a pit bull even when I'm near the ring out zone, and that's really terrible. Like, even in Japan, like, if you do that in Japan, they will ring you out so fast. So, yeah. Yeah, Nelly and Joshua Pacman, you guys got to add each other on PSN. Joshua Pacman has got his brother's account and his own account too. So yeah. And I really hope that things get worked out. Let's see. Good game, Genesis Frenzy. Blew me up pretty good. And I won't be able to play much in November. Kind of sad about that. But yeah, Bruce is all about the boxing. So if you want a person that's going to sharpen up your boxing skills, Bruce is one of the people that's really going to sharpen it up good. So I'm really glad you're enjoying that too. Like I said before, just make sure that you're start working on how you use the different movement options too: crouch dash, back dash, forward dash. Eventually, I do want to teach you evade cancels, but like how to cancel dashing into an evade. Very nice Guilty Blaze. So I gotta respect their meaty, and that's okay. Like, Dead or Alive players know their meaty. Alright, here we go, Guilty Blaze. Now I'm gonna show you some scary stuff. Like, I can show you why Leon is a really challenging matchup for Aoi. This move is the #1 reason, but there's many others. The other reason is because Leon can fight with, like, can counter hit launch with all three hit types, or primary hit types. I'm gonna see if that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Will this always work? Side turn, that thing won't always work. Okay, good to know. 8kk, if it works, is really a good amount of damage as a finisher. However, it does sacrifice two things. The Okizeme is almost too rushed, so you're gonna be limited on what you can do. But you still have good options. But it doesn't have the carry. It doesn't put somebody towards a ring out or a wall as much as like doing the elbow punch. Really good game, Guilty Blaze. I'm glad Guilty Blaze is back in the VF. Guilty Blaze has been playing other fighters. I think they got into 3D fighting games, as Akai mentioned, and they mentioned in Akai's chat with Dead or Alive and Soul Calibur. VF really got their blood pumping about a very serious 3D fighting game. I guess they came from 2D fighters. And they're back in the VF, and I'm really happy to see that. So keep it up. Fight the good fight. And, yeah, we're happy to have you here in the league. So Genesis Frenzy is poised to take this whole thing very cleanly. But let's see how they do. Did Akai fight them yet? They're fighting now. Yeah, they're fighting now. We're gonna see how that match will be very interesting. And blurring is in here. Blurring also always a big threat. So I'm not trying to pump them up. I'm just trying to let other people know. Be careful of blurring. Nice opener. Okay, I need to be careful if my evade confirms. I need to punish him for staying on the ground like too much. Good. I have to always be aware that that sweep is a very high probability at that point, especially with that life difference. One case always a threat to ring you out on this stage. That move is so good. I'm glad that Nelly has inspired more of the Vanessas to use that move. One of the funny things I've realized this week is my speed level has actually increased faster than I realized. And then on top of that, by tuning my controller earlier this week, not for the same reason, but I tuned my controller to be faster. And there were some growing pains with that. Thank you very much. Thanks for the match blaring. There were growing pains with tuning my lever to be faster, but overall it's very beneficial. But the crazy thing is how I was dropping combos yesterday in the tournament because I was inputting stuff too early, not on purpose, and I wasn't rushing. I was incidentally inputting stuff too early, like before the input buffer, and then I realized I had to slow down. But at the same time, I can use that time to kind of watch and to react a little more, to observe more, and to make decisions more. So I'm trying to do that. So now I'm kind of playing too fast for the game on some points. And that said, because of that, actually, in the right circumstances, I'm getting better at just watching what I block, what I evade, even more than before. And I was already doing that. So now I'm kind of synchronizing with this new speed. And it feels great. And so now I am working more on not just punishes, but like different ways to use different punishes. On guard, I am going to have to use this for better evade checking. Bruce the Beast is an interesting one because I have to it's like you have to fight really good boxing, but you also have to use some of your other aspects of play. Like I've got to do a lot more of like medium range stuff against this Brad. But I'm loving how much that I can even react more than before, even online, right? Like I'm like, oh, I can react to this, and it's really cool feeling. So I guess that's the benefit of tuning your levers to be faster, like it's Sanwa speed, like Sanwa or faster speed. And I've tuned it to be a little faster than a Sanwa in my opinion. Good. Bam. Boom. Yeah, Bruce hits lightweight so hard. He does. He does. Brad does too. Oh, I thought that was gonna work. So good. Same mistake as before. Damn the lag. That spike sucked because I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and then it's like, okay. I know this trick, so I'm like, yeah, I know this one. So, bam. I am not afraid to hit Brad out of space. So, good game, Bruce. Really, I love Bruce's boxing, and I love a lot of his decisions. Um, I would say that in the Leon matchup, consider how good 3P plus K is against Leon. It's a longer range mid punch, and even though that means that Leon could technically parry it, it just hits him out of any type of like mid range play he likes to do. It's such a good move against Leon. I know that you don't want to do the extension because you don't want to get punished, but it's a good move to punish people that are doing shenanigans at range. So yeah, 3P plus K is so good. Let's see, what are they saying in the Akai's chat? Also, some of the cool stuff that like Sarah has like 4-4P, 10 frame punch. Yes, she turns herself around, but I want you to think about this. Think about all the hop kicks people do and the situations they do it, and if it's frame tight at all within like 4 frames, you can like 4-4P them out of a hop, convert it into like a turnaround low punch into a combo. And that's not something that Nova does like a lot, but it's one of those things that when I studied the matchup, realized like, gosh, this is why Leon doesn't want to do AK against Sarah. Like, because if she decides to 4-4P, if she knows it, then her 4-4P is just nasty. Good. Alright, thank you for the battle, Akai. Alright, congratulations, Genesis Frenzy, on what such an amazing performance. Alright. Also, congratulations to Genesis Frenzy on an awesome performance.
Alright, so the room should be opening up soon once the final matches is finished, which there's still one more match going with Blurring versus Booster Piece here.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the wheel should be open up again. I will want a 3-minute advertisement break so that there should be no interruption during the stream for an hour. Since I'm part of the affiliate program. And so first, congratulations Genesis Friends for first, second to Chanchai. And we will record things here and take it in. Alright. Oh, well. So, 3-minute advertisement break, and then we'll start the countdown.
Sounds very good. Genesis Frenzy played awesome in my match against him, so I'm sure they played awesome in all the matches. But they completely contained me with mids. Really good. That's what I believe is a really powerful way to deal with Leon. Even if he parries, she's still got a lot. Like, she's not as much of a threat. So, or Leon's not as much of a threat on that. Zaytiggy, happy to have you here. Welcome. Always good to see you, man. Oh, minus 13. It's okay. Alright, nice
Yep.
Ninja.
I didn't hit the send button to Zaytek. He's asking me about the single A, so let me do that now.
Oh, okay. Well, I keep in contact with both of us, especially Akai, but also keep in contact with me because I am trying to get a lot. There's a lot of newer people too, but we're trying to get them together in the same spot, same time. That just might work out for everyone. So keep in touch about it. Keep expressing the interest in the single A. If you don't keep expressing the interest in the single A, it doesn't sound like anybody's interested, but I know there's a lot of people that would really love it. So, but the reason for us not having it on the Sundays is not about anything with the single A itself. It's more about personal circumstances and what we can do on the schedule. So. This is a very exciting match between Bruce the Beast and B Ninja.
Yeah, so for the second league, I'll be a spectator. Just to do a 1 minute quick.
So we're still about 1 minute away on the ads right now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right,
yeah.
No problem.
They should display the time to break ad is in the stream chat also.
Okay, cool. I like that they. Well, I like that they give you this power to do it, and at the same time, you know, like where we put it. I think I'm glad you're using it. Not enough streams are using it, and they should.
Still had to find the right balance and stuff. But
yeah.
Based on what Trish says, you want 3 minutes of ads, then it gives you a whole hour of uninterrupted streaming. So there should be no random people seeing a stream. Some people see ads, while other people do not. I think they call that the pre-roll ads. And so since I guess first one events is nice to just put it before the intermission. It gives people a little more extra time to join the room, and then or some break time for people. Alright guys, the advertisement has ended. Thanks for those who stick around and watch it to support the stream. Passcode is 1008. We right now have 8 people in the room. I'll be taking a break here. So open for anyone from North America. Alright. Did I update the details here? No, I have not.
I like that Bruce the Beast. I like that Bruce the Beast has brought out the Sarah for Silverbolt. Bruce has got a very good Sarah. And Silverbolt definitely observed the things that Bruce is doing with Sarah too. It's a good opportunity to kind of just see more moves that you could kind of integrate into your game, you know, to practice during the week, and then bring it into the league. So, like in the next week, you know. But it's good stuff. They're showing you a lot of good Flamingo setups. It's a really powerful way to play Sarah. I actually think Silverbolt would really like to use the Flamingo game, but there are a good amount of players in our league that kind of know how to fight Flamingo. But for the most part, it's still a very powerful way to play if you know how to set up Flamingo. So back and kick is a good way to set up Flamingo, but there's a variety of ways to enter it. And then when you're in Flamingo, you know that you kind of have to maintain the pressure on your opponent. But by doing that, you're in a state where you actually usually have frame advantage, so it means that your attacks tend to win. And so I think Silverbolt will enjoy using the Flamingo. There is a risk of being over dependent on it, but everyone that plays Sarah should learn how to use the Flamingo stance. It's really powerful, and then it's super powerful on the side. You go ahead, Akai.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying we'll start the countdown now at 5 matches. Yeah, if you can continue with your.
Yeah, so you know, Sarah the things about Sarah though is that her Okizeme is amazing. Her flamingo pressure is strong. She can play in a way that's like fairly aggressive while being safe, which is similar to Pi, but Pi is more of like a disruptive character. Um, Pi can be played aggressively too with like some big stuff, but she doesn't really have to. She has such a strong way of playing relatively safe and while tagging the opponent and setting them up for some decent damage. Sarah is very much got, like I said, best elbow in the game, but also has flamingo stance, has an array of punches and kicks, so she can work around quite a bit of Sabaki, for example. Because some characters have a more kick versus Sabaki, and some characters have a more punch Sabaki, and some characters do have both. She can mix those up, her punches and her kicks, very well. She can play, by playing safe, we're talking about the boxing, but on top of that, elevating the boxing into ways to hit confirm when people do risky things or punishable things. So she can punish pretty well, but the main thing is whether you get them on the ground from throwing or from your combos or from pressure, she has really, really good Okizeme. She has so much time to do the Okizeme. If you get good at Okizeme with another character and then you play Sarah, you might be surprised how much time Sarah has to do her Okizeme. She has a lot of freedom in pressuring people that are trying to wake up. And see how recently some of those combos end with her 3KK. That is like, it's like a kind of a round kick into a side kick. Her 3KK, you'll have to see it in training mode to know which move I'm talking about, since there's so many moves that can be described in the same way for her with kicks. But her 3KK, when it's a finisher, she's in such a good position to Okizeme. But actually, almost any combo finisher she does puts her in a good position to Okizeme. That's why she is like the Okizeme queen. I'd say like Wolf is like the Okizeme king, and Sarah is like the Okizeme queen. And for different reasons. Wolf's Okizeme is scary because he can ground throw you, he could low throw you, he has a guessing game, running game where he can throw or set you up for combo. He can do it straightforward. And the reason I think that Wolf's really scary on Okizeme is that okay, yeah. In the case of Silverbolt kind of mentioned that because they're more new to fighting games, they don't fully understand the offense in those fighting games. It seems foreign to him in fights, since I'm more worried about matchup and what opponent is doing. Fair enough. Virtua Fighter, it's kind of how it's more broad on the tools. Sidekick is usually what you do from range. Elbows is kind of the standard mids. And the reason elbows are good is they just stop people from trying to crush you, from hopping over your low attacks and crouch hitting you under your high attacks. When you do an elbow, people just can't do that, right? They could probably parry it, but they're going out of their way to do that. Yeah, Papetsu says, I still like the OG Virtua Fighter. Hey, OG Virtua Fighter is awesome. Very defensive player in all fighting game I play. Yeah, so Silverbolt, Sarah is a good character for that. The advanced skill is going to be... There's quite a bit of different skills to add, right? How to use the evades. How to use the movement more. Dashing, crouch dashing, back dashing. Because those are going to help your defensive play too. Cashing in on your blocks, meaning how to use it directly. Like, okay, I block a low punch, I'll do an elbow, but that requires you to be really fast, and a lot of players aren't fast enough to do that in the match. So in lieu of that, you can do like low punch back, but the problem is if you're predictable, they can crush that low punch. But you can even you see, like, Bruce, if you watch the way Bruce uses their moves with Sarah, though, and you start trying to practice doing some of those things, you'll do pretty well. His Sarah is more aggressive, but his concept is Bruce's boxing is so good that he knows when to be aggressive and when to be defensive. His balance on offense and defense is really good. It's very move by move. If the opponent blocks me, I'll try to defend a little more, but I might low punch sometimes, maybe 20%. If he gets a hit on the opponent, he presses his advantage, right? Papetsu asked go ahead.
I'll just say one thing. Like, there's so much going on in the game that it does get intimidating. You just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Just remember, if they're doing a lot of movement and stuff, the movement doesn't do any damage to you. So don't get too distracted too much by that, because the movement is going to either go to do the movement to defend, or they're doing the movement to later on go on the offense. So you could go simplify it back, just so you don't get too what's the word I'm trying to say? Can't think of the word right now. Get too swamped with too much thinking.
Yeah.
But don't get so focused on the movement of the character that it makes you make more mistakes. So for example, I know like Chanchai does a lot of movement, which if I'm trying to do things with fastest timing, it usually messes me up because I'm whiffing because I'm attacking when he does this movement stuff. So I had to then take a reset back and think, oh, it's going to be most likely that he's doing the movement to then attack me. So then I just adjust it so that I'm not too swamped and get too slow with my reactions by looking at his movements. At least that's how I deal with it when I'm playing against Chanchai.
Yeah. No, it's a good approach. I'll give a secret out. One of the movement options I do too much is you'll see me barely sidestep, but you'll see me crouch dash. But you'll see me twitch a little before the crouch dash, which means I'm doing an evade canceled into a crouch dash. That thing is good against people that are very direct, but it's also good against people that are very slow, that are like taking their time. But it's weak against people that do a slight delay. So if you actually just do a little bit of a dash and do an attack, or you just like count like half a second and do the attack, you'll probably hit me. So I can formalize it, but I'll try to make it less confusing. But I have a formal paper rock scissors when it comes to attack versus attack. That's related to this topic that I call tempo. So, and VF has a very interesting paper rock scissors on tempo, simply because of the ECD existing. So, but yeah, like Akai said though, keep it simple. If the opponent's moving around, they might be trying to attack, wait for the attack, and then respond to it. Another way I would keep it simple, this might sound a bit much, is I've talked about how Sarah's got a really good elbow kick. A really good project is to get yourself to just play patiently and try to see if you can hit your opponent with an elbow into a kick, but try to do it in a way that like if they ever block the elbow, you're not doing the kick. But anytime you hit them with the elbow, try to do the follow-up kick. And that's a tough project. It's not easy. But just focusing on like, well, how am I going to hit the opponent with the elbow? Do I use spacing? Do I block? Do I do a high jab into an elbow because I know that when they block my high jab, that elbow will probably work. Stuff like that. But focus on just going, okay, when I hit them with the elbow, I'm going to do the kick, and then I'm going to try to attack them while they're on the ground. And then but if they block the elbow, or if they block the elbow, I'm going to just be more defensive then. Or you can delay the kick too, but that's so risky. But that's exactly what Nova did and wrecked me, right? So it depends on your opponent, but to keep it simple, like practicing using the elbow kick is surprisingly a good way to focus a player on how to use a very basic move. But how to improve your effectiveness with that move. That one, it's not. I don't want him to do only that, but I want him to use his game to help him land those elbow kicks.
So we have two matches from after this match. One more match before we begin the second league. I guess we could wait into the next session to just go over some of the events that has happened. Great. But for those who are trying to learn the game, I know Change and me and also Juicebox is trying to find ways to help people understand the game more. For me, it's the way I'm trying to do it is going to be a work in progress that happens during the week. But definitely feel free to ask any one of us. I'm quite sure Juicebox is be welcome. Welcome to people asking questions and helping them out. But a lot of people in the VF community is very nice and helpful. You just have to ask.
Yeah, we are really welcoming in the VF community. Our doors are open to anyone. You just need to knock on our door, and you'll probably be surprised how much of us will open the door for you. So, you know, but if you don't knock, it's hard for us to know. So we can't read minds, but we really want to help. And that's because this is a wonderful game. The more people we get to play VF with, the more fun and challenging it is. And the more people we get to talk about with VF, the more fun and challenging it is too. So just we love this game and we like to be connected through it. But and if you're interested, don't be a stranger. Just give any of us a ring directly, and we're gonna be happy to try to help you as best we can.
Yeah. So that's why I really appreciate Silverbolt whenever he just tells us it doesn't make sense what we say.
Yes.
Sometimes the stuff makes sense in our own head, and when we see, we understand it. But everyone plays the games different. We learn things differently. So communication is a two-way street. So whenever I present something or make stuff, please be brutally honest and tell me if it makes sense or not, and so I could adjust and try to make it a better resource for people. Hey, thanks for joining Sasuto Pawns, Taco Guy. We got 9 people, so we're going to start the league now, okay? Everyone get 1 bye for this one, okay?
Alright, good luck, and we'll talk to you all after the intermission, or during the intermission next one.
Yeah.
Alright, we're back on my matches here. Hope everyone's doing good. Thank you guys very much for this game has been awesome. This is basically a port of Final Showdown, and I love it because Final Showdown is my favorite VF. But I have 3 favorites, you know, technically 4, but yeah, it's just wonderful that this game exists, and we've got a whole new generation of VF players. Alright, kick game Silver Ball. I did use the low to crush the high punches. So the high punches are totally weak to low punch and low attacks. Block your low punch, do an elbow. Block that, do an elbow. High punch and elbow. Low punch hits, I can do an elbow safely. Under your throw. Alright. Very good. Yeah, blocked low punch, did an elbow. Good game. Alright. So I hope you didn't mind that I was calling out the boxing there that I was doing, or I was actually just calling out when I was using elbow, just so that you can kind of see how it works in that flow. Of course, if your opponent is constantly blocking, then what you do is you throw them, and that's what you're good at doing that. So, but it is hard to do what I was doing. It's because I see it really early. It's because I've played this game so much. It's not an easy thing. A lot of people have a hard time doing elbow after blocking low punch. Like, a lot of people will block low punch and they'll elbow way late and get hit. This is very common. The throw teching? Well, the throw teching is big because the game's throws are really big. Like, throwing is really damaging, but it's a guess. I understand that frustration, but yeah. But it is a big part of Virtua Fighter. It's a really big part of Virtua Fighter. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure VF5 was, and I'm pretty sure Ultimate Showdown was, and Final Showdown were. But that's interesting. I wonder about that. But thank you for that information check. Man, such a good use of the uppercut. Damn it. I screwed that up. Alright. That uppercut will always get people on like up. It's really good, especially if people like to use certain moves, but it's very that was so good. Nice call out. Very interesting. Thank you very much, Puppetsu. Good. So good. Very good. Good round. Good round, Ninja. Let's do this. Hey, Nala Strabe, so good to see you again. Hope you've been doing really well. Hope you're doing really, really well. Alright, Genesis Frenzy, here we go. Let's see. They played the last game we fought, they played so well in that matchup. They really kept me contained. Really made it hard for me to attack them. Squeezes me, makes it more predictable for that. And I can't, like, they've got this delay on lock. This delay where, like, I try to do a backdash evade and it still fails. It's really rough. That was such a good cancel. Such a good cancel. Good. Oh, so owned. Yeah, no, like, Genesis Frenzy is just totally demolishing me right now. They're, like, getting revenge for all the times that I've 3-0'd their AoE. But I gotta do this then, you know. Like, I think I know, like... Basically, we're fighting on tempo right now, and it's like, okay, we're fighting on tempo, here we go. Now, I'm going to do a very big gamble on the opening. We'll see if this works. Nope. Oh, that's it. Good game. Good game. Look at that. It's like half my life gone at the wall. Really good job. Awesome battle. Genesis Frenzy looks like they're going to get another... league win if they're playing like this. I love it. I really enjoy fighting against Aoi. It's a lot of fun. And right now, Genesis Frenzy is doing what I believe is the best way to do this matchup, which is the tempo is part of it, but the biggest part is that you've got to emphasize the mids against Leon, because you got to make sure Leon's not crushing. You got to discourage Leon from using like his low attacks, which could be slower, right? He's got to like counter hit you with just one of them, but he's only using that for the counter hit. He's not using it for any other reason. He's not using it because it's a low. If it was a mid, same. So, yeah, and he's only using that in lieu of the uppercut, because the uppercut is at risk of being reversed by a lot of things by Aoi, and so that's why he wants to use the 1K as a counter hit tool, because then she's being conditioned if she does do the reverse. Really good battle, Guilty Blaze. All right, first round. What do you see? Yeah, I love fighting Aoi. It's such a fun battle. We've got quite a few Aois now, but one of my favorite Aoi players is not active at the moment. But well, two of them, right? My two favorite Aoi players, right, would be Valkyrie. Valkyrie is from Houston, but she hasn't been active in a while. But her Aoi is so good, and then but also Gentleman Thief has an insane Aoi. So the problem with low kick, if you low kick me, I am going to attack right away, because you're almost always -2 or -3, even -4, I think, on a lot of low kicks like that. So just know that an attack is going to come right away if you poke me with it. Because remember, low attacks in this game are like chip damage. They're there because of the inconvenience of having to block low. So most low attacks just don't have a good reward, but they do give you damage, and they do stop the opponent from doing things. They stop them from doing like fuzzy guard. But understand that functionally what they are is that you're going to use it, but you're going to almost always be on the defensive. So you just need to be ready to deal with me attacking right away. And you can punish that. You could reverse it. You could hop kick if you think I'm going to do the low punch, but I might do the elbow. You could backdash. You could low poke and backdash. It might be risky depending on the move I use. But it's really important to understand that low attacks, low pokes, specifically low pokes, but even like Vanessa's like low sweep, often leave you at a disadvantage if they're not knocking you down. And so because of that, anybody who's getting hit with a lot of low pokes should actually just attack right away. So for me, I just go, my brain just sees the low kick and is like, I'm going to attack right away. Yeah. Now, Aoi's sweep is amazing, and it's amazing because of all the cancel options. Yeah, it is hard with Vanessa because she doesn't have as many knockdown lows. So it's like her lows will still get her in the same position, but her lows set up the opponent for Sabaki. They can set up for counterplay, and that's why her lows are scary, right? Is she wants to use the fact that she's at a small disadvantage to really to like use like Sabaki or like 9P, you know, stuff like that. She's like, oh yeah, you think you're clever to attack me? Then, you know, then eat this. So. Good, he did that back throw. Nice, nice. So that's 4-6P is such a good move. Wait for a mistake and punish it. That's Leon cheating, by the way. Alright, good game. Good game. Your back turn 2 kick plus guard is cool. Defensive stance, counter hit 2 kick. I gotta check that out. Yeah, no, that is a good one. Yeah, actually that sweep into uppercut is really good because the uppercut is so fast. Yeah, that's a good point. I have fallen for that many times. That setup, sweep into uppercut, because it's using faster frames. So then the math has changed. I broke the stagger. Taco guy broke the stagger. I knew that like I just broke the stagger really fast. So I think there's situations where it is free, but that one I felt like that one I broke the stagger. It might have come out late, but I don't know. I wish I could tell the answer, but I don't know Wolf that well. So good. Oh, I thought I was going to tag him. Thought I was going to tag him. Just out of range. So good. Couldn't break the stagger. Oh, so good. Really good throw. Good. He knows that like in Nitaku, when he has Nitaku, throwing is really good against me. Because I like to. Really good battle, Blaring. Really good battle. I'm so glad that Zaytigi's back. Who got the win? Bruce the Beast is the one who got Genesis Frenzy. Genesis Frenzy beat me up really good. Keep at it, Silverbolt. Keep at it, you know. You're getting there, baby steps. It all adds up. It all adds up. Alright, Zaytigi. Oh, this connection is rough. Let's see what's gonna happen. That's so good. That was unfortunate. Alright. Yeah, because of buffering. Because of buffering. I can, like, so one of the drills that I do for beginners in offline is showing them, like, because evade is such a quick buffer that, like, I will have them do a side kick and I will do like a punch back, right? Or I'll do like any attack after I block their side kick. And then, but I'll have them do the side kick and then I'll have them tap up and neutral, or I'll have them do an evade, buffer and evade, and I tell them, thank you very much for the battle, Zaytigi. So basically what they do is side kick and then hit evade and then put your hand up in the air, right? And you can watch me do it because on stream you'll see it on screen where I'll do side kick, evade, put my hand up in the air, and you'll see the evade come way after that because of the buffer. Because that's how generous the input buffer is. Yeah. And so that's a way for them to kind of understand you can input it pretty early. Now that said, I've gotten too fast. So, like, let's say the opponent counter hits me with a jab. That's a lot of stun. Counter hits, when you get counter hit, it's a lot of stun. And if the stun is greater than the 12 frame window, then if you're inputting like the evade too early, that's only one input. Or that's two inputs, right? It's up and neutral. If you finish that evade input before that 12 frame, the 12 frames within recovery, then that evade's not going to count. And that's happened to me a lot of times where I got counter hit. It happened when I fought you and Juicebox. Juicebox would counter hit me with a jab, and I'm like, I want to evade, and I hit evade way too early, and so no evade comes out, and I get hit by the next thing, you know. And so when you get counter hit, you actually have to like either hit it a second time or wait. Just train yourself to wait when you get counter hit, and that's hard to do. It takes a lot of experience, and it takes a lot of getting numb and used to getting hit. like just make it so you don't have an emotional response when you get hit in this game, and that will make you a lot stronger as a VF player. So buffering is important, but actually when you get fast enough, then you have to slow yourself down. So then you have to really confirm like some of the times, because you will get screwed over by the input buffer can be rough because you're too fast. Good. Good. So good. I love fighting Bruce. Okay, I gotta do the basic combo because I don't want to screw that up in the serious moment. Good, he went with forward and I backed off of it. Oh my god, look at that. That was so good. His ring awareness was so on point with that. Really good choice. Don't do that move against me. Good. Awesome battle. Thank you so much, Bruce. I had a lot of fun with that. I think Genesis Frenzy still wins, but this was such a really Really good league battle. Really exciting battle with Bruce as always. So much fun to fight Brad. Because I had so much training against Brad. Oh, did I get it? I got my first win of the league season. No, we've got one more battle. Okay, I might lose this all. So, and oh, I've got to buy. No, I'm gonna lose this whole thing. No, Genesis Frenzy will take this if they can 3-0. All right, Genesis Frenzy, it's on you to get a 3-0. Because I got to sit out on the buy round. Let's catch up with the chat. Grumpy Monk. Yeah, so the input buffer, 12. Now, here's how input buffer works. You have 12 frames before your character recovers. Any input sequence like that you finish before that will play out. But if you hit guard by itself, it will nullify the buffer. This is why if you do evade, throw, escape, guard, if you do evade, throw, escape, guard, and you do the guard, throw, escape before you recover, you'll end up canceling the evade buff, the buffered evade, because you hit guard, right? So when you do evade, throw, escape, guard, you actually gotta like do evade, and you gotta learn the timing for like basically to hit the throw, escape, guard after you recover, and that will be fine because your failed evade would cover the fact that we'll make sure you don't do a throw whiff, and your throw escape will work because you still have like the time until you just need to nail the throw escape, like when the throw would connect with you, the moment it would connect. So evade, throw, escape, guard is one of those techniques where you have to like tap the evade and then just wait till the recovery time and then do throw, escape, guard. In this game, if you do, a really good, there's a good drill that I give players to understand also the opposite side of the buffer. When you have a situation where you need to wait to do, because the stun is too big, that if you input too early, nothing will come out. So that is, you set the AI to guard and counterattack number 2, which will make them do a low punch after blocking you. And what you do is you do a high jab, which will put them at -2 or put you at +2, and then you do an elbow. And low punches are 12 frames. So what will happen is by doing the high jab and they block it, and then you do the elbow, you will hit the elbow will hit at the same time as the low punch. And because of that, the elbow has a higher damage, so it wins. Now what happens is you get a counter hit. Because you get the counter hit on the elbow, and it's also a crouch hit, elbow actually forces people to stand up. So because of that, you can throw them. And that's the Nitaku. The Nitaku is you do a mid or a throw after you counter hit with the elbow. So what you want to do is jab, elbow, you counter hit them, and then you want to throw them on this drill. So why did I tell them to do the throw? I tell people to do it because what happens is if you hit throw too early, if you do like jab, elbow, and the moment your elbow hits, you do the throw will not come out. The throw will not come out because the counter hit created a big stun for both you and the opponent. It always goes two ways. The stun affects both players. And the stun is so big that it's bigger than the 12 frames. So if you do like the throw too early, it won't come out. Congratulations, Genesis Frenzy. They got the 3-0. They won by 1 point. Congratulations on the second one. This was a really epic league battle. And congratulations, Blurring, also really performing well. Performing great. So
gets third place.
All right, congratulations to Genesis Frenzy again on another amazing performance in the league. And I was hoping that I could get that, but no, they took it, and they convincingly played, like, I think really strong in the league. Blurring is playing really, really good too, so it's they're always in there. And Bruce the Beast is like the spoiler, like really tough matchup with everyone. I think Bruce is playing awesome, so I think eventually Bruce is going to be climbing up and getting those ones. Yeah, no, Blurring, that was third place awesomeness. You did very well, and it was a really good battle. I really enjoyed the battle we had. So keep it up. Let's keep fighting. All right, and we're on the second intermission. Are we on the ads now?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I said, are we back on ads right now?
Oh yeah, I'm going to one of the ads right now. So it's going to start up the random play, so people can play the matches right now after the 3-minute advertisement break to give us 1 full hour of no ads. Me and Chad will get back and we'll talk about some of the events that has happened this weekend. Okay.
Yeah, I just... Yeah, spoiler alert, I had such a fantastic time at the event. But I also just really happy to see the Europeans happy about the event. So... Let's see... I almost made that mistake because my buttons aren't labeled on the custom controllers I use, so that chat interface can really mess with me sometimes.
Thanks for playing Genesis Frenzy. Until next time, this world that he's hang out. It gives us other people to catch up. But yeah, Genesis Frenzy, Jimmy Claymore, and Kingo, all 3 combined play Aoi in the 4th quarter. So let's see, that's 3 plus 6, 8 open leagues won, and we got 5 of them were won by Aoi players. So Aoi is very much the dominant character right now.
So I'm going to respond to a question on my stream really quick. Grumpy Monk said, or was commenting that because I had explained to them kind of like some of the buffer and some aspects of it, and also stun, but yeah, he said that in 2D fighters, the inflictor of the stun doesn't suffer the same stun as the person. Yeah, and I do kind of know that from experience. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. All right, we're almost at the end of the ads, right? We got quite a few more ads.
1 minute. 1 minute.
It's okay. I'm
total. So some of them was like 15 seconds or 10-second ads based on what I heard from numbers.
Yeah. I like that it gives us our casual talk time here. You know, like our casual live on the air talk time. Really good to see Zaytigi back in here.
This is a time where people could take a nice little stretch a bit.
Yeah, it's usually when I go to a restroom or get a drink or a snack. And
maybe go update the Excel files. That's what I usually use this time for.
I am glad to see Sastopon's using like very carefully, but using moves like 4-6P more with Wolf. I think it's an important move. I'm not saying it's like the most vital thing, but there's a lot of opportunities that you skip when you don't use that move. And it's like, well, sometimes you really just want to just knock them down, you know?
I think I'll kill off the stream and my computer and PS system. Sorry. Thank you for asking.
Nice to see Twitch having a good diversity of ads these days, you know? At least that's a good sign for the platform. Hello!
Alright. Advertisement has ended. Thanks again for those who stick around to watch it. To support the stream and the content I create outside the stream. So yeah, we'll start the countdown. 5 matches before we begin the next league. We have 8 people right now in the room. Passcode is 1008, and room should be viewable now in the lobby. Alright, so I think this is a good time to just quickly go over events that has happened.
Yes.
Okay. So first, we're going to start off with we had the offline gathering at. Is it Portland or Seattle? I'm sorry.
It was in Seattle. I can talk about the event if you like.
Yeah.
In Seattle, in the International District, we had an event called Night of the Niners, and that's because it's a retro fighting game tournament. And even though Final Showdown came out in 2010, it is considered part of the VF5 series, which qualifies it as one of the fighting games that were existing in the year 2009, because 2009 was such an influential year with Street Fighter 4 ushering in a new generation at the time and reinvigorating the whole genre. So anyhow, the tournament we had was a lot of fun. We had a lot of players from the Portland area that came to the event, and then but quite a few people from Seattle. But some people were sick and couldn't make it. LD Wells unfortunately injured his hand a couple weeks ago, so he couldn't participate. But he was broadcasting. It was a really fun event. We also it's competitive. First place went to Dark Nova, second place went to myself, and third place went to R Panda, who's also from Portland.
Brad player?
Yes, he's a Brad player, and as people know, Dark Nova is a Sarah player, and I played Leon. We had good performances. We had an old school player, Yang Sing came under the name Simon G, and we also had a lot of fun. We went to Chinese, had the Bruce Lee table, which I'll post the photo on Twitter later. You guys will get it. But also, we taught a lot of new people VF as well. It was a great time. All right,
and so that was in Northwest. Okay.
Yeah, that was in Seattle. Yeah.
Switching between Portland and Seattle. Yeah. So that was happened there. There was an event in the UK in Liverpool. It was the drowning pool 2023. A community one organized tournament for Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. Redline won that, Akira player. Second place was Blessy. I'm not sure what character he used, but I think his main was Go. And I think third place went to John. Not familiar with what character he uses. But it's good to see offline and any type of events in other places. So those who are living in Europe and stuff, if there's events, please let us know. We do like to see what's going on around the world. Anything else so far? Well, next week will be the Akizemi event in Colorado. I'm not sure if they released the player list that's showing up.
They got a few players from out of town. Well, obviously we know that the Colorado players are showing up at Akizemi, and so you can be assured that the KDQ crew is out there in a pretty good sized force. And they're training really hard for it. But also we've heard that Tengu Man's going to be there, and a few others. There's so it should be a great event. I'm really excited for it. I was planning on going, but plans changed. But they've got a really good sized pot, quite a few $100s. It's over. I'm pretty sure it's over 500 at this point. But that said, go for the community. Go for one of the best arcades in the country, Akihabara Arcade, and go because it's going to be an awesome time and it's VF. But yeah, that event's going to be awesome. If you can't make it to Akizemi, then consider was it Winter Showdown in January? So yeah.
That's Frosty Faustings. That should be that one January.
Well, that one is Chicago, but Colorado has an event too, like around that time. So.
Oh, Colorado, another event. Okay.
In the winter time, yeah.
There's. Yeah, but Frosty Fausting isn't in January. That should be fun. I believe Mac will be organizing a community run tournament for Ultimate Showdown. But I think December 8 through 10, that should be NEC, and Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown will be present there also. What else do we have? On Japan side, there's always a lot of events, but Tessico is now doing the Kanagawa Railroad series. For those who follows the Japan scene, some of you guys will know of the Railroad series that they have, which is a 3-on-3 team tournament, usually bi-weekly on Fridays. But she's specifically doing the 3-on-3 random players showing up to make teams using the Virtua Fire Esports game, the console version of the game. Usually the VFR events is doing use of the Fire Showdown arcade cabinets. So it seems like she is now kind of the one in charge of hosting VFR events that is played through the console version of the game.
Yeah, as an international fan of Virtua Fighter, I'm really grateful for how much work and passion that Tetsuko Yamada puts into VF. You know, she's not just, I mean, as a player, and obviously as a wife of an amazing player too. She's an amazing player, by the way, and but just she does so much for the Japanese community, and she's done a lot for the international community in being very supportive of events in other countries, but also education of VF. So, there's also yesterday you did the European Akai League.
Yes, So after last month or two, I noticed there's a little bit more Europeans that comes popping into the Sunday sessions. And then just some discussions here and there. Just like, why not? I'll just see if people's interested or not. And the response was pretty good. So I ran a Saturday session of basically what we do for North America today. And we got 13 people show up. The first one was won by KB Dugga fan, Lei Fei player, and also used Kage here. What Molly J likes to call his Kage saucy. So he won the first league, and then Kingo took the last two leagues with his Aoi play. One of the stronger players in Europe right now.
Yeah.
So it looks like they had a good time. Basically, if you ever see me stream, Saturday is for Europe, Sunday is North America, but you should also see that on my lobby screen, if it's North America, everyone should basically look like a green bar. You see a sea of green. If you see a sea of yellow bars, then you should know that is for European players.
Yeah.
Which preferred by Mario J and people who was playing in it, everyone was pretty much green bars that play in it.
Yeah, I want to thank Jub for being so persistent with you to help be one of the many forces to help persuade you to take up the reins on the European League. And so, but Jub is a fun member of the community, more known in the Discord. They always ask interesting questions, and I had the pleasure of fighting them last week online, not just in the league, but we had a fun session. Jub, Havoc, and myself playing EU versus West Coast US. Connection was really good, actually, for what it is. Like, still laggy, but really good connection when you understand the distance that's like across the world. And I had a lot of fun in those fights. I also commented on how I problem solved those fights while I was fighting them too. So anything else you want to cover, Akai?
I guess also one more thing I just want to say. I'm hosting this stuff for Europe, but I still would like to see people in Europe. I always find collaborations with them to get the Saturday League running consistently. Like sometimes during Sundays, I can't host, and one of the things that was really helpful for us, the Sunday sessions active and consistent, was I had Chance try and assistant pick me up when I can't do it. So as the Saturday sessions continue to grow, I do hope to find some collaborations also to get that working.
I think
one thing I do think I want to
go ahead. Well, I was just gonna say, a good place to talk is like the VF Discords, because some of the European players chat in there, and it's a good way to kind of try to get. I mean, and you are communicating in there, but it's good to maybe put some pressure on Blessy to see if he can help you recruit somebody to help fill in on the EU. Go ahead. Sorry.
But I think one of the easiest ways to find people who is playing in the Saturday sessions consistently is those who is mostly the best people to collaborate.
I think so too.
But I had to check with Blessy to see how he's doing, since I know he participated in the drowning pool, but I haven't really heard from him in a while.
I have to be honest with you. One of the reasons I'm very frequently here in the league is because you asked me to help you podcast it. And then that put me on like an obligation that I should be here every week instead of kind of going, oh, I got to do this thing with family, because now what I do ever since podcasting it is I let my family know, hey, I still am doing the podcast on Sunday. Is it cool? So I'm like doing that dance. So it's a nice pull force that you have.
I definitely say that if this feels more like an obligation, then it's
well, no, it's really fun, but that obligation makes it reasonable for me to tell my family, hey, make room for my playtime. So because people know that I typically will play when my family's not home or they're already asleep. And
evenings,
this has given me the excuse to do it while they're awake.
Okay. Yeah.
So
your family could blame me for taking time from your family.
But in the case of Setsuna, who's in the chat, I think what's great is he's just like, hey, that sounds like fun. I can help too, And so I think he loved the idea that this had become a podcast. So, but
yeah, I do hope that anyone who does participate, it doesn't feel like an obligation, and that this is meant for people fun. And
well, a little pressure is not a bad thing. A little pressure is not a bad thing, but also, when it comes to the EU, I think it's a huge success that you started off on a really good best foot yesterday. Maybe not technically, but the numbers, that's a very good strong start, because it can be, I've seen how challenging it can be to get things going in the EU, just because everybody's got their own situation and everything like that. I think they really were hungry for this. They've been wanting it. Sometimes I heard pessimism. Oh, nothing's happening in the EU. And I sometimes say, hey, just start something and it'll happen. But you got to be patient and you got to be diligent, But I think what it is they know that you are patient. They know that you are diligent. And I think that was the force to help them get started. And I think it's going to build. And I have confidence it'll build, because I know that even when they moan, the Europeans really want something like this. And Havoc has done an amazing job, right? Havoc has already, he's going to be a force that's moving away for a while. But I think the EU is hungry. And EU has a lot of really strong VF players. So this is a wonderful thing you did. So, and I think it will carry forward.
Nala Strawberry just wing herself out from standing up. But yeah, thanks for the compliment. But yeah, it was 10 years ago when I ran stuff for the Europe's through the BFDC BF circuit that I was doing back 10 years ago. So I guess it's returning back to do what I did in the past. But two things I would say, find people that Citizen shows up on the Saturdays to help out, and also get people who speak all the different languages in Europe to help maybe provide some translations, because I think Europe has more players download the game, but I think there's maybe more of a language barrier. Just an English-speaking stream would not be I guess to increase the wider audience of people who want to participate.
Oh. Yeah, and you can catch Setsuna's you can catch Setsuna's perspective on his role in here on the chat too. It's a pretty fun read. But also I'm amazed that he's watching on airplane Wi-Fi. And everybody knows here that I don't mind splurging. I splurge quite a bit, but I actually don't even splurge on airplane internet. So,
I'm all right, we're gonna start the league now. Thanks for joining back, Booster Peace. We will start a meeting right now, guys. All right.
Good luck.
9 players to end the open league session portion.
All right, we're back on my matches in League number 3, and yeah, Grumpy Monk. Something to know about stun: we don't have data. We don't have frame numbers on stun. It's an invisible metric as far as the players are concerned, but it's. I just know it's there because of the way the game works and because of certain things have like made it kind of apparent that this exists. We just don't have the frame data. It's not something you derive. You can only derive it from testing, and Akai has done some of that work, but you can't do it from just subtracting total frames. you know. But I can. But later on, I'll tell you how I came to believe that there is stun. That's when you went for the back. Don't want to break the wall. Akai is not really a wall fiend. Pi does have wall abilities, but Pi doesn't. But Akai doesn't do it as much right now. So I want to keep the wall. All right, let's watch. Okay, I'm hitting buttons too much. Let's be more patient. Good. Alright, come on, Akai. Let's do this. Good. That was good. That was bad. That was bad. I've lost my patience. I need to be patient. Confident in my boxing. Alright, now I can break the wall. Good game, Akai. Okay, Grumpy Mon says, Zon was one of the first characters I tried to learn when I was picking up BFI Fest, but I never got beyond bare basics with him. That's okay. Zon was just a recommended character at the time. Yeah, I understand. That said, yeah, try different characters until you really feel the one that you really enjoy. You learn the basics through any character, so it's totally okay to switch around because you're still learning all the basics through every character. In the Discord, there's a discussion about not a strawberry. Kage and Jeffrey are fun. John has fun. Don't really like his grabs or his charge technique, but I like him otherwise. Yeah, John. I think John rewards you when you start to understand a lot of the game a lot better, and you start knowing like how to cover his weakness, how to cover his what we can call deficiencies. They're not really, but they're cover the things that he's just not as good at, right? And cover the things that he has openings in. He has a lot of highs, so if you do too many strings, people are just going to low punch you to death. And if you don't know how to use this half circular as well, they're going to evade you all over the place. But he's got really good setups. He's really powerful. When you learn this game's Okizeme, his Okizeme is quite good. And his Okizeme helps cover his weaknesses on his throw. And then he's a very, very strong character overall, but I do think actually he's deceptively a skillful character. Right? Kage is clearly a skill-based character. I think Jean is deceptively a skill-based character that looks very vanilla to play, but if you play him too vanilla, and you don't understand how to cover his his openings, then that's really rough. So, but I think he is still a fine character to even start the game with. Just that, but the more you understand this game, I think the more you can figure out how to kind of adjust the applications of his move list more. Right? It doesn't become clear to that many people that 4KP is a really good move, but it's really, really good. Yeah, he's an amazingly strong character. He's one of the best characters in the game if we're gonna have that kind of rating. But this game doesn't really even need that kind of rating aside from the fact that we just know that Akira and Jackie are really good. I think Akira is very difficult to play though. Not just the execution, but there is an execution level. But if you learn how to use a dash flow chart, then it's a little easier to get there. Meaning if you start learning how to use the dashes, like backdash and forward dash, with your moves, right? For example, Jean, you do 6XP, they block it, you do backdash into 4-6P, but instead of thinking of it as backdash into 4-6P, think of it as 4-4-6P, and you've got a backdash with a built-in 4-6P, and that is really powerful whenever they do a 6-6P and it doesn't hit. Like that backdash in the 4-6P is nuts. It's so good because 6-6P is like an unpunishable move that forces a mix-up on normal hit. You know, and it's such a safe move. That makes John like really a pain in the butt to deal with. So. I have to be very careful for the way that Bruce the Beast plays Sarah. I have not fought his Sarah in a while. And he likes to use Flamingo. I think so far I've successfully confused Bruce's Okizeme, which is really important because if you give Sarah the momentum on Okizeme, give her a read, oh, it's so scary. Here we go. Yep, this is how I confuse it too. Good. Good. He'll get used to punishing. If he gets used to punishing, his Sarah is like punishing is the key to messing with Leon in this matchup. Punishing the lows, she is very good at punishing lows. She's very, very good at punishing lows. So when he goes to the lab, comes back next week, punishes the lows with like half my life, it's gonna suck for me, right? She's very good at punishing lows. You want to use, and she can do it on many different launchers. Many different launchers. It can be 1K. It can be 2P plus KK. Could be like like she's really good at punishing those. And I think historically that's the biggest reason I had trouble with her. But the second is once the Sarah player gets a feel for your wake up and knows what makes you tick on the wake up, her Okizeme is the biggest nightmare to deal with. It is so hard. Now, for me, I'm in fight or flight. I kind of fight. So and Leon actually has really good tools to deal with it. Yesterday, my matches with Nova really helped me come up with like things I should be doing more of in the matchup. So it's good stuff. Good. Keep it down to that low. Okay, good. He's doing patience on defense. I'm gonna be patient on my offense, but I'm gonna pick it. I'm still gonna do it, but the patience means that I'm trying to think about what to do. Damn it! Screwed up that buffer again. It's the second time I did it today. That was excellent. I think that was all guaranteed. I think maybe I could have broken stagger though. That side lock was good. Good. I should have just done PPP. PPP wouldn't have broken the fence. Good game, Ninja. Okay. Yeah. So the reason I know that stun exists, right? Or where are the evidences for stun? One of the things, it's gonna sound weird, but you know how the frame adjusts the later the hit frame you hit. So like, let's say an attack has 3 hit frames. The first hit frame is the frame data we know, but the frame data gets adjusted +1 when we hit with the second hit frame, and then when we hit with the third hit frame, it gets +2, right? So basically, when you go +X on which hit frame you hit with, you get basically the same distance, which is the frame data gets increased by X. And so that's for me is the first clue, right? Second is just from playing and the buffer and how it feels when somebody does a certain move and watching both players screw up the buffer on the same things, you know. So especially in Nitaku, you feel it. So that's the other one. But we don't know the number, so it's hard to break it down. But I know certain characters you can feel it. Akira, you feel like you gotta wait a while before you input the next thing. But if you and I, so Grumpy, Nala, both, and myself, all of us are players that like to use the buffer or like to input pretty quickly. So we do use the buffer, and so we can feel this. We can feel when like the game, like when we hit the button too early or too late. And so that's how I kind of understand. That's where my understanding of the stun came from. But then the biggest clue, or the biggest thing to understand is that counter hit is the biggest, like probably the biggest thing that increases the stun. Is that counter hits have a huge amount of stuns for both, and that drill that I gave you will tell you, because when you do like when you try to throw after you counter hit with elbow, you'll realize, oh, that should have kicked. That was like -13. Good. Oh, that was still a good choice, but I did escape it. But it was still a good choice to throw. So I should just do 4-4K. So block it, do 4-4K. All right. Good. Very good patience. Alright, that was my opportunity. Good. Good choice in throw. Way to hang in there, Silverbolt. Alright, I'm gonna step this up. Nice, that delay kick always gets me. Thank you for the battle, Silverbolt. Thank you. So it would definitely I want to wish for things we don't have, but I also don't want to but I don't want to like get stuck in that daydream. I'll just, when it happens, it'll be nice, but at the same time I feel bad for the Samurai Showdown players and the King of Fighters 13 players who are still crying about the betas of rollback not working out for them right now. So, you know, so it's like that's even more painful, you know, because you're like because you have reason to dream and your dream keeps getting broken, you know? Like right now, Samurai Showdown is not ready yet. It's not prime time yet. So, but Samurai Showdown is the game that needs rollback so much because it's such a neutral heavy game. Thank you for your battles, Taco Guy. So Taco Guy, if you get a read on my lows, it's risky, but you can always go for 9p plus k, and I know you know that because you used to do that quite a bit. It's not a bad thing to try to crush it, but yeah, let's keep it up. Quasibi, we're fighting soon. I really enjoy fighting Quasibi. Nalastrave's Vanessa is a lot of fun, and I know that there's still a lot of areas to develop, but its potential is so great, and a lot of the stuff already doing is really great. And the way, Nala, like, hang in there, the way you've been training is good. Like, it doesn't mean that I want that you should stick on defense forever, but that you focused on improving your defense. You focus on improving your throws. It all eventually comes together, and it feels so good when it happens. Sometimes it will take, like, you'll take this break for like a week or two. You come back, and then they all click together. That's a wonderful feeling in VF, and you might have that too. Yeah, right now you're working on inputs. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Flat box it is. I love the way this game plays on stick. Okay, that's a good point, Taco Guy, and it's true. The biggest risk to doing low crushes is somebody switches to jab and you're dead, and you get comboed. So it's definitely true. It's save it for the hard reads, but every now and then, if you have a real hard read, getting that balance right? When you got a real read, like convincing read, then it's like okay. But you have, if it's just more of like, oh, I think they're gonna do it, then yeah, don't go for it, and then you limit where you apply it. Sorry, I'm taking advantage of the flat box right now. So it is really hard, I know. Especially because like suddenly my movement's gone when I switch. But this week I am going to be using my the new controller a lot more. I'm just not using it in League. Oh, so good. It is true, Quincy Pones, what you're saying. Can we do this? That was so dumb of me to use that move. I don't know why my brain thinks of using that move, but it's okay. I will work on that. I will work on that. That was so beautiful. Oh my god. Really awesome round, Nala. Even though you're on a flat box. Awesome round. Awesome round. Oh my gosh. I was hoping for the good combo. I will not go for that again on Vanessa. Yeah. There you go. You gotta wait. You understand that she already did the low kick. They did the low kick already. Oh, I might lose this so bad. Because they use reads. Good game, good game. Good game, Nala. That was an awesome battle. Punish me exactly for the good reads. Alright. Do not take Nala lightly. Good game. That was really fun. It's really fun. I'm gonna fix some of those some stuff that I was going for, but that was a lot of fun. Very good game. Very good game. Dang it! Now Akai's in the lead. It's all good. It's all good. Akai, let's see. Yeah, Akai's in the league. This will be good. I think Akai will win this, but I will do my best. I'll do my best. Keep it up. Leveling up is good. Actually, we're always leveling up, so always focus on leveling up. If you get your ego involved, it can set you back, right? But if you focus on development, it allows you to be more patient. Alright, Guilty Blaze, here we go. I'm glad I caught on to what they were doing there. And I'm really glad that Guilty Blaze is back on VF. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm staying in the middle of the ring here. Good game. Alright, let's see if Silverbolt take down the Kai. Deliver me the first place win. Oh, are they not fighting yet? Oh, we still got another battle. Oh, dang it. Nope, I'm out. No, I got one more battle. Let's see. This is so hard. So hard. Zaytigi knocked down the Kai. 3-0 for Akai. It's a really good battle, though. It was a really good battle. All right, Akai is leading by 1 point still. I'm glad I'm watching his stream at the same time. So. All right, here we go, Zaytigi. Oh, that was a good attempt. There was a good throw attempt, Silverbolt. It was really the right thing to do. Just he guessed correctly on the throw direction, but that was really good. I'm cheering for you, Silverbolt. Take one round and let me tie with the Kai for first place. You know? But no, you're doing good. This is a good battle. Oh, that pounce is so dangerous to do. I'm watching on the Kai stream right now. Really good patience. Oh, there it is. Akai's throw escapes are really spot on. They have guessed so many of Silverbolt's throw. Oh, that was a good kick guard cancel. Oh my god, no, you went for the pounce? That pounce is very dangerous. It's not guaranteed. Don't like it's if you can fix that habit, I think you would have won that round, but it's okay. Good battle. Congratulations to Akai on getting first. That was excellent battle. That was an excellent league. All right. Congratulations on first, Akai. I'm pretty sure you got it. So that was a wonderful league. No, it's okay. It's all accumulation of performances. Everybody has a shared responsibility. Nalastrave was awesome though, and but no, it was a good battle. And I saw that Silverbolt played really, really well against you. It's just the pounce. Those 2 pounces that I saw, I'm like, oh, those pounces are gonna kill him, you know. So, but everything else was so good. It was really good, really good league.
Thanks again for playing. Yay, I got first. Chai, I think there's 3 second place finishes today.
Yeah, I think I've got quite a few second places.
Beast for getting 3rd place.
Yeah.
We will make a new room for team battle for those who's interested to end the day. Just information here.
Alright.
I got everything, buddy. Alright, so I'll go make a new room. Just for team battle. If you can have some time, please come and play. I think team battle is very fun.
Team battle is a lot of fun, especially if you're in the chat. By the chat, I mean the Twitch chat. But you know, just participate in Twitch chat. It's a lot of fun. Man, everyone. This was a really fun league, so good games to everyone. I had a great time today. This is like the weekend of second place finishes for me. So, but it's been wonderful. And I mean, Genesis Frenzy played amazing. Akai played really good in this league, and also I really liked watching the Silverbolt versus Akai match on the stream. There was a lot of good decisions, but Akai, your throw escape was like on point. You like made really good guesses against all of Silverbolt's throws. It was really strong. I know how frustrating that can be as the player doing the throws, especially when I say like throwing was a correct decision. Just the opponent was able to guess it, and then you just have to fight it out.
One thing I have to say for people, when you play, if you do the throw against the opponent and they escaped it, I will say that you shouldn't get frustrated from using throws, because if in the long run, if you're randomly choosing your throws and stuff, you should be getting 67% of the time correct.
Yeah. Also, you should. But the good thing is when they do throw escape, it's not like they do damage against you. So be ready to fight. Yeah. But be ready to fight or defend when the throw escape happens. Just be ready for it. And it's a good part of the game too. And I think he fought well after throw escapes. Actually, if I remember, he fought and defended well after throw escapes. And so I thought that was good. Like I said, the only critique I'm really giving is just the only critique I can give is just that pounces leave, like, even though we didn't do launchers on him when he did pounces you get punished with launchers by some people. Like pounces is dangerous to do in this game, but it's a habit. I understand it's hard for me to fix my habits too, so hang in there. But he played so good. He played really good. Go ahead, what you were saying though. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. That's the problem with sometimes podcasting. Because we don't actually see someone wants to talk. So it's always but maybe again, I always say if someone's much lower level or not as much experience. Hey, combo expert, thanks for joining the team match. Just focusing on making the right guesses, and someone has played me a lot already, so he knows my tendency a lot more. So our match is actually somewhat closer than sometimes when I play with other people, because good portion of the game is just being able to read what your opponent does or their tendencies are. But I think once Silverbolt gets better with his inputs, and when he does make the right guesses, is equalizing and doing a lot more damage, the wins should come out more. So, firm believer in just focusing on make right guesses. And thanks for joining today, Tiggy. That's 6 people, so yeah, we got even number 3-on-3 right now.
Let's see.
Anybody else want to join? We'll have 5 matches before we start. I actually went through all our random team battles that happened in the 3rd quarter. That's when we started doing this random team battle. Tied out for the 2 to 3 hour long streams, and most likely put in YouTube as a sub, just to try to hopefully maybe promote team battle more, because I do think these are really fun community stuff to do. The banter between players, like me, Chantai, and Sesson, as we were doing this, rewatching it is fun. And Chantai seems always evil, always telling me, saying, oh, don't attack when Akai is absent.
I do it for team morale.
So we have Silverbolt that seems to be focusing the entire session on Sarah. Nowadays, switch characters.
Very good. There we go.
Normally a long player, but his secondary that I usually see him use his tools. And Zaytigi playing Leo, but we usually use Blaze. I see him play. sure that team battle does not get interrupted the advertisements, I'm just going to put a 1-minute ad. I think that should be quick to make sure that there's no ads that actually pops up.
There you go. Really good round set of all. Alright. I'm gonna be leveling this up now. Very nice. Good battle. Awesome.
Alright. Yeah, 3 more matches go. Excuse me. I think I need to re-up on this Trish thing because I thought if I manually add the not the 3-minute ads, but just like a 1-minute ad, to just add like 10 minutes or 20 minutes to the no pre-roll ads, that it should add it to the time, but it's not doing that, so this is a work in progress. If anyone has up their ways of managing advertisements, please let me know. This is all pretty much new to me, and try to make this as least annoying as possible. VF3 shifting theme though. Well, the music from the game. I think I said Virtua Fighter 3. And hi Weaver, how are you? Weaver is player who's I think usually plays on the PC. Showdown. But I also think several people have mentioned that there's some internet issues that prevent it from playing right now. Which I'm sure Pac-Man mentioned that. I'm not sure if that's actually that in his own house or is it a PSN. More matches to go.
Good game combo expert. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're in this room with us. Let's see.
Hey, welcome back, Lucipies. Thanks for joining. If we get one more person, we can make it 4 versus 4.
The wolf spinning punch depends on which part you're talking about. The wolf spinning punch, if they block the first hit, you shouldn't do the second one. The second one is too much of a liability because it's a high attack. but the screw hook is an amazing move because it's as fast as an elbow, and it's 14 like, and it's a half circular, which is nuts, and it's kind of a launcher. So yeah, so it's such a good move. It's such a good move when you compare it to an elbow. You can
the 30th anniversary of Street Fighter. It's a little too quiet on the Sega side. I should do a happy mention that at least it seems like very poor marketing if they don't take out the advantage of this 30-year anniversary. So hopefully we hear something.
So yeah, now let's drop a. If I think I whiff punished the screw hook. Sorry, go ahead, okay.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so we have one more match, so this is it. If you get one more person, we'll do a 4 versus 4. If not, I'll just sit out as a spectator, so we get a 3-on-3 match. So any last minute person who want to join, passcode is 1008. Alright, we'll expert switch to back to law. So it's most likely Chan Chai and Combo Expert round to be different teams, followed by Booster Beast and Malastrabe, and then Silverbolt and Zaytigi will be something out like that.
To rotate my stick. Alright, good game.
Alright guys, I'm gonna put myself as Spectre.
Alright.
Start as a 3 versus 3.
Alright, this will be a lot of fun. Who's
got? Zaytigi and Silverbolt, Malastrabe and Booster Beast, and Chan Chai versus Combo.
This is a really fun team battle. This is really fun. Alright, Zaytigi versus Silverbolt.
Team that is losing. So right now, Zaytigi versus Silverbolt. Silverbolt went back to Vanessa.
So because of Akai, I have to cheer for the team that's winning. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. No, it's because you're in the spectator role.
Cheering for your own team,
I know. Come on, Zaytigi, you can do this. Nice.
Good. Neutral throw, right?
Yep, that was neutral throw. Zaytigi's starting to remember like how the wall combos are constructed. Good stuff. Nice throw, escape neutral.
Down the side roll by Zaytigi.
Was it side throw? Okay.
Was it not side throw? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about the throw escape, but yeah.
I thought the one where he goes up in the air is a side throw.
No, it was Vanessa did a neutral throw, and he escaped it, and so it looks like he's walking along her side on the neutral throw escape. I think seems like I have a good connection to Zaytiki, but I think he might have trouble. He might have like a difficult connection with some, but that's okay. It happens. Silverbolt just commented that it was like it was kind of laggy for him. I think it's just you know, we sometimes we pair up with people that have a more difficult connection. And really good wall combo by Bruce the Beast. Very on point. Like way more than Half-Life. Alright, come on Zaytigi, you can do this. Cheering for you, my friend.
Even the odds Bruce the Beast. Oh, so much damage.
Yes, that's the Brad Show.
Yes, the Brad Show. That used to be the nickname of SH, a player from Columbus.
Oh, was it?
Brad Show. Yeah, he was a Leafy player, then became a Brad player.
I see.
One more round, Bruce the Beast. One more round.
Let's put an end to this Brad Show. Bruce the Beast is very strong, but you can do this, Zaytigi. Really good evade there, on point. Zaytigi has a lot of similar skills that like Nala has, like a good attacking and spacing sense. It is hard to fight. Like Bruce is very sharp on the boxing, and so it's very very sharp play at each spot and really good targets. So that was a good battle. Way to fight it, Zaytigi. He carried us into to Bruce the Beast Slayer. So Quasibi is going to fight Bruce the Beast. Vanessa has a lot of good tools to deal with Brad. So it's going to be a very fun, interesting matchup.
Middle player's turn. Nala Strave.
Alright, Nala, you can do it.
Bruce the Beast. Okay. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's okay. You got this, Nala.
Even out.
So be very careful about doing rising attacks against Brad, though. But it's not bad.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, you can do this. You can do this, Nala. A really powerful opener for Brad because it will cut off. If the opponent has aggressive openings, it's so good against them. Alright, it's all good. It was a good fight.
That's it.
It was a good fight, Nala. Alright, here we go. Alright, Bruce. You and me. I've got a yellow bar, but But my matches with Bruce have felt great all day, so should be fine. Alright, here we go, Bruce.
Chan versus Bruce apiece.
It's like Oregon versus Florida, I think. Alright, not sure. Yeah.
Chan tries to anchor for Team Red.
Nice. Okay, I see now. Thanks for explaining that to me.
It's more interesting Chan going to anchor with blue team. Okay, good job.
Very good punish. That's my punish. Man, he's so aggressive. His Avari. He's just like, I'm gonna mash buttons if you're, because I know you're gonna try to throw me. No, you want to mash the launcher when you know that someone's gonna throw you. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. He did it. He landed this guard break on me because I went for Sabaki. Good ground. All right, here we go. Here we go, Bruce. Good game. That was a really fun game. Alright. We go against Combo Expert. Combo Expert's Lao. Always give me a hard time. Let's see. Here we go.
Combo Expert's from California, right?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe because they're always
Pacific time zones where he lives.
Awesome. I just like assume everyone I fight's from the East Coast. You know? Oh my god, what was that?
Oh no! Get disconnected.
Who did? Just you? It's pretty fast for me, so yeah. It started off with like a rough lag patch, and then it's okay now. But our fighting is going good now. Like it's synced after I disconnected from you, I think. Okay. So I don't know what that's about, but you know. Good. He's got me on the ropes now. Now that's the lag patch again. Disconnect the Nala as well. Okay. Yeah. Such a good read. Wow, I'm losing this so bad.
Oh my god.
Alright, good game, Combo Expert. That was a really good game. That was a lot of fun. I had a blast. And congratulations on the other team. So, good stuff and good team battle, everyone. Thank you very much. I enjoyed that very, very much.
Alright, thanks for playing, guys. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, anyone still streaming?
I gotta take the kids to swimming again. So, but
okay.
Is anyone streaming though? We would be happy to send everyone your way. Awesome. Combo experts from California confirmed, and glad to hear that. Would love to play anytime, always. But except I'm gonna go swimming today. Yeah. All right. Everyone have a good day. I might be on later today, but I had a wonderful time playing VF. So thank you so much. Well, thank you guys for watching and your support. And Akai, thanks for everything you do. These leagues are amazing. Awesome. Congratulations on the 3rd league today. And
thank you.
And just hope everyone has a really good Sunday. I'll see you all soon.
Yeah. Talk to you guys, everyone else later. We'll have it next week. Saturday for Europe and Sunday, as usual, for North America. Alright. Why not Natsu? Is it European?
Oh, is Natsu's online? Awesome, yeah. That's yeah. That's Makilisushi, right?
Now, but I think I'll just wait him.
That's not a bad idea.
Hey, thanks for participating, Combo Expert. Always appreciate you participating.
Really happy to have you here, Combo. Thank you so much, and thanks for the battle. Thanks for the beating. What is he? Is that Street Fighter?
Yeah, he's playing Street Fighter 6. French or English. So.
And Combo Expert, thank you very much again. Gonna send everybody to Natsu as well. Cheers, and Combo, let's play again soon. I really enjoyed our I enjoy all of our battles in league, in team battles, and when we have sparring sessions. So let's fight again soon. Awesome reads, awesome play.
Breaking up. Breaking up with Chin Chat here. Let's see.